Yo, 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 yo. Like my hair? It's very pretty. Alright, this, first and foremost, yes, I claim to have come back, and when I did, I wasn't here very long. I got a real first 9-to-5 job editing videos, and if anyone out there doesn't know, I'm a video editor first, a wrestler second, and then like magician probably like fourth, no, probably like 6th or 7th in that list. So I apologize, and I know everyone's been asking me questions. I signed on today for the first time in a while again, and I had like 80 personal messages, 32 new friend requests, bunch of different comments on videos. Moving along, this is the video tutorial for Fadeout, and this is a beautifully gaffed pack of cards, which is, there's nothing too fancy about it, but I recommend this. Like, this isn't one you can pull out all the time, but it does seem pretty impromptu, especially if you can get the storytelling down accurately. So there are a bunch of different ways you can go about the story. In my version, I referred to the cards being other wrestlers in our organization, with me being the ace of spades, and everyone else just kind of fades out, and you only remember the one in particular person, detail, event, something like that in your life. So let's take a look at the deck itself. We're going to go back to the classic, original blue felt. Alright, so we take a look at the deck, and from the back it looks pretty good, and from the front it looks pretty clean. And this deck, I don't believe, is too expensive. It may have been $20. That's not that bad for a good gaff deck, like good quality. So what it is you have half the deck that has face cards on it, and the back of these cards are all blank. And the other side is all normal backed, and the front is completely blank. And there's one card in the entire deck, this guy. There's one card that if everyone's had a stripper deck or a Svengali deck, they will understand how this card works in particular. This card is shaved a little bit, so if you take a peek at it, you can actually see, not really, it's a bad example of the cards, but it is not closed all the way. So what that means is if you were to riffle through, you naturally get a break at that card. You riffle through, boom, there's that card. And so that's all there is to it. And so how the trick works is you have it in, you take it out, and immediately you riffle through, get a break right there. And you can go through the deck, and you stop. You can go up to that card that's edged off a little bit, and you say, now, normal pack of cards, you're basically explaining the pack of cards and how all the backs look the same. You could argue people from behind all look the same. It's their faces that make them stand out. So you're trying to sell the fact that this is, in fact, a normal pack of cards. So you can flip it over, and then quick riffle through again, and you stop at that cut card so you can hear it. Right there. Boom. So you riffle through, stop at that card, get your break, and you spread through, and you basically say, it's all the face cards, all these are the details, these are the faces, my friend Jack, and I'm the ace of spades, whatever kind of story you want to tell, whether it's details throughout the day, this or that, but you basically want to say that these things are insignificant as opposed to that one big life-changing event. So you go through, and they can pick literally any card they see, but you don't want to spread too fast because then you're going to get to these cards, so you want to go nice and slow, and you just tell them, shout out any card they see. So they see the ace of, they see the queen of diamonds, let's say. So you take it out, but you don't want to flip it over because there's no back to it. So you flip it out and you put it on top because it's free choice. So there's your queen of diamonds. You have your break right here. And what you'd want to do right off the bat is, so here's your queen of diamonds. This is the event that sticks out. What you did was you slid every card that has a face off and put the queen on top of all the blank cards with the backs. So here's the one thing that stands out in your day, and this is a nice little flourish. I recommend doing it. Learn the one-handed fan, and all these cards are virtually meaningless. They fade out throughout the day. They're not important. By the time tomorrow comes, you'll forget all about it. So, and you can go square them up, and here's the really only sleight of hand in it. You want to get a break. I'd say a pretty good break, like you're about to do a pass. Pretty good break in here, and you can square it up, and as you go to flip the deck over, this is the only move. You flip it over, grab this packet, all the blank cards, and the queen, the selected card. You flip it over, and as you flip it over, you flip that packet underneath itself. It was a bad angle, but try it again. Try to do it eye level. Alright, so what happens is you have it like this, and you want to turn it to block their eyes, because when you flip it over, the move is done. So you have it, and you go to flip the packet over. You grab all the blanks with the selected card. You keep it up top, and it's almost like a reverse pass. So now, if you were to spread through, all the cards are blank except that card. So one more time, just gonna go nice and slow. You have their card on top. You strip it off, get your break, put your pinky right here, flip the cards over, and then peel the bottom packet back onto itself. So what it's really going to look like when you do it full speed, you got the queen of diamonds, peel it off, you can do your floor, show all the cards, square it up, and when you just go flip it over, the move is that quick, it's all done. So let's take a looky lander. So you explain what you did. All the backs are the same. Now you can go through, show all the backs are the same. It's the face cards, the fade out, blah blah blah. You're telling the story. Notice what I did when I was doing it. Just try. I'm sure there are other videos of people doing this trick that you can listen to their routine. So explain all the backs of the fate are the same, and only the face is what matter. But by the end of the day, those cards, those faces, those details, those events begin to very slow fade out. Trick is already done, and you go through. You don't want to do this yet, obvious reasons. So you go through, and you can plop them down one peck at a time. You want to do the first couple really slow. These cards just fade out, except, let that guy peek out, that one card. And since it's already split out, what you're going to end up doing is sliding them back and prepare yourself for a double lift, because this card's blank, this front is blank, but this back, you'll see. So you have a double lift set, all except that queen of diamonds. There's your double lift. You put that off to the side, and then you can spread through, and now you can show the backs, but you got to make sure to push this card forward, or else they're going to see that. So you spread through, you push it forward so they see the backs, boom, go through the rest of the deck, show every last one of them, start using both hands, and then you come back to that one, and even by the time you're dead and gone, this or that last detail will even fade out. Beautiful trick. I highly recommend it. Everyone keeps asking me where can we get these decks. I'd say Penguin Magic is your best source for gaff decks. You know, search online. PenguinMagic.com is a big hit though, but you didn't hear it from me, okay? Alright, take care you guys.